Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Hey.
You feel like a boss in there?
It's just a car.
$6,000 car.
$6,000 car. It's cheap.
All right. Well, what did we find out at LAC today? Nothing.
We found out that you should just buy a 540.
Yeah, right. We talked about 540s a little bit, but we're going over tomorrow. They're going to pull the heads tomorrow, so we're going to see more tomorrow. We'll film that. We'll take the other camera. I didn't know if they had done anything today. See you then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye, Ryan.
That's pretty. You know what's bad news? This was open all night. Yeah, I don't think it rained or snowed, but I left that cracked. Maybe got the risk of getting some critters in there, so I'm gonna go get the key and put that to bed while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so we're gonna stop back in tomorrow and see it with the heads off, and then they're sending the heads and the block to this place in the Cleveland area. I think it's Michael's. They're gonna have it 1 to 2 weeks. They're doing the rod and main bearings. He said some upper bearing too. They're going to put all the bearings in. They have the red, the yellow, and the blue. They just need to figure out which one it is, and then they're going to return the other two. So if it's red, they'll return the yellow and the blue. So when they open it up, they'll figure out which one it is, micro polish the crank down a little bit, put the bearings in, look at the valve, see if it needs any sort of a valve tune-up, valve job. I don't know what you'd call that. And then it comes back, so then it's assembly and cleaning of all the components and the gaskets and then the fluids, and then there's stuff we haven't even gotten far enough to talk about yet, such as the belt drive. Obviously I want to replace all the belts and the rubbers on the front, probably the pulleys and the tensioner. I haven't looked into cost associated with said jobs yet, but I will. Looks like the Accord got washed. It warmed up today, so she took that to get washed. So did the Civic. They look pretty decent. Mine looks like shit. Look at that. I don't want to do it by hand because it's too cold. I don't really want to pay for a machine to do it either, but man, it should be done. Maybe I will. And then the liability talk. I'm going to get some stuff from him in paper before they actually take the keys and they have this thing for a month. But he essentially said today that obviously if they put it in and it doesn't start, it doesn't work, it immediately blows up. Obviously that's something that is going to be righted. Otherwise, he made it fairly clear that if I'd go and drive it for a couple years, 10, 20, 30,000 miles, and something happens and he brings it back, that's not something they can assume responsibility for. I get that. But you know, a lot of that's going to come down to how well it is assembled and how I take care of it as far as breaking it in and all of that. But I'll do everything I can do, and I do trust them, and it's an experience and a risk, and it's going to be good times, and hopefully it pays off. So I'm going inside. It's cold. It's the first time I've ever taken a car through a car wash before. I've never done it. I never cared about this enough last year to do it, and I would never do it to the M5, but this is a touch-free automatic, and it's covered in salt. And I don't like salt, so we're doing it. See how well it works. There's the soap. This is, I think, an ultimate wash. I don't want to run the wipers. It says pre-soak for this step. Yeah. Good thing I closed the sunroof. We got a sunset. The Streetsboro sunset. Set behind the Walmart. Damn. Look at that. This thing's got an 18-inch anus on it. For a touch-free, it got the wheels decently well. I guess water pressure works pretty well. And it just had a blow dryer, no guys with towels. But yeah, that's worth $10.